After the success of Tom's ensuite, I thought I'd tackle our own bathroom, which is not in a good state. Let's have a look. So let's see what we got then. So we got pretty much standard wall mounted basin. We have a jacuzzi bath, which doesn't work. Nothing works on this jacuzzi bath. We've got a shower off the tap, which isn't thermostatic. And if you look closely, it's been leaking. So if you saw my video on changing my boiler, we've not been able to use the shower because it just pours water down here. Because if you look closely, I don't know whether you can see it, the bath's on a massive slope. So that's coming out. And then we've got a standard WC, close coupled, and then we've got this gigantic useless radiator. We've also got these twinkly fairy lights, which we don't know what we're doing with yet. So that's the bathroom we've got to remove. Pretty early 2000s. Let's get over to the garage and see exactly what we bought. So this is what my wife has chosen for Will's bathroom, because basically it is Will's bathroom. We have the L-shaped bath. Here we've got a split shower screen for the L-shaped bath. We have a fancy big cupboard what's going to be built into the wall. We have, I don't know whether you can see this, but the bath panel for here we've got in this blue colour. We've also got a blue vanity unit for the wash basin. Now the toilet we've bought is a one what's concealed, so built into the wall. That's the bracket for it. That's the wash basin. Then for filling the bath, we've bought this thing, which is a bath filler what goes into the wall, which is pretty well packed. Not that you see much, but basically it goes in the wall rather than normal bath tap, because we don't want any more ingress of water when Will's having a shower, because Will likes to have 30-minute showers. So you'll see all this equipment as we're going along, but that's the main gist of it. Now, first thing I've got to do is get the old bath out. Now this bath has not been working since we've been here. We've been here since November, so 6 months now, and I need to isolate the power, but I need to find lots of stuff for this bathroom because there's wires everywhere. Now if you've seen my video on installing our new boiler, you'll know that our stop tap is also hid behind the bath panel. So there's a lot of alterations to do in this bathroom. I'm quite looking forward to it. So I have this Easter break, so these 4 days now, and I've also got next weekend to get most of it prepped for the tiler, because I don't have time to tile it myself, so we're getting a tiler in to do it. Also, my wife's not got the tiles yet because the ones she chose are out of stock. So let's get on with it and let's get this old bath out. First bit's in the skip. £408 for a 10-yard skip. Is that expensive? And we only get it for 14 days. And if we overfill it, we get fined. And they said we're only allowed to put 10% plasterboard in the actual skip. And there was quite a few skip companies who said no plasterboard. I better not just chuck that in, had I? So, the first trip of many. Now I've isolated the power going to this bath and tested it. So it's got a breaker and a fuse on it, so that's all gone. I've tested that it's all dead. So what I'm going to do first is remove all these tiles around here because I need to get at this bath. So always remember, your glasses when you're knocking stuff up. Now again, loads of people go on about I don't wear gloves, how can I do health and safety when I don't wear gloves? I just can't wear them. I've never worn gloves while I'm working, and I just like to feel the tools. Now, I'll probably cut myself about 30 times and regret that statement, but that's my choice. I decided not to wear gloves, but I will be wearing my glasses because you don't want to damage your eyes. I don't mind a cut on my finger. I don't want to get a tile in my eye. So let's see how easy these come up. Pretty easy. That's the bath out. It's an heavy bugger with that pump on the end. All I'm going to do now is get it out of the house. Now the bath's out, we can see the alterations I'm going to need to make to the hot and cold water to feed the bath filler, the wash basin and the shower. First of all though, I need to put some stop ends over these isolation valves. Another thing I've found is the waste pipe going from the wash basin. Now the original installer used a McAlpine T to connect the wash basin and the bath drain into the same pipe, because on the other side of the wall we've got push fit fittings, so I either change the inside or the outside, so I'll possibly be changing the outside pipe to solvent weld. Now the bath's out, I want to take the wash basin out, so I'm going to take this pedestal off. Well, basically it's a cover hiding all the pipes and the waste, and it's held on with two bolts here. So I've got my 10mm socket, so let's set these up. Now sometimes these are held in with cables, but these are held, this one's held in with bolts. That one's nearly out. That's one out. So now we've taken off the cover, I think the basin is held in with, it's held in with two bolts here at the top here. So I can disconnect the waste, the water's already off, I can get rid of them, and it's a matter of taking the bolts out from underneath. that's the pipework disconnected. Just need to get at these bolts, which are up here. So that's the nuts undone, just one to get off. And they should come forward now. There you go. That's the wash basin off. Next job, get all these tiles off. Let's get on with it. Now it's time to remove this radiator. So the first thing I need to do is turn the two valves off. Finally, so what we need to do now is using the grips and holding against the valve, we're going to undo the union here. If I can get in. I'm just going to crack the nut open. Oh, my word, that was tight. So, going to undo this. I've got a little tub to catch the water, and I've got my wet vac as well. So I need to open the vent up the top there to allow the water to come out of here, if it's going to come out. Here it comes. So let's get the wet vac on it. So that's completely drained. All I got to do now is lift it off the wall and get it outside. So that's the last trip to the tip for today. It is getting quite full now. So let's get back inside and see exactly what I've done. So that's the end of today's work. Couple of things. First of all, these walls, the tiles just mainly fell off. So these walls weren't prepped properly. So I'm going to make sure I prep. This has got to come off yet. So there's still quite a lot to do. casualties for not wearing gloves, so I've had that for most of the day, and I did that cleaning up, sweeping up. Can't be bloody fit anyway. Also, I've lost a brush in the skip somewhere. I can't find my glasses. Anyway, let's have a look and see what we've done. So you can see all the tiles are off. Like I said, this wall needs to come off. But look what I found behind the wall. Can you believe it? They're on central heating pipes. Not even Polyfix valves, not even capped them off. And these are renowned for leaking. Just left them in the wall. Also, found this wire. This goes down here. And it's just cut off there. And it was live. It isn't now. But it was live. That's unbelievable. How the hell has that been like that? So, a couple of disasters. So, things like patching up on holes today in this wall. For some reason, got bits of plasterboard in it. So that needs all patching up. This has all fell off, so that all needs patching up as well. So, not a bad day's work, I suppose. Especially with my glass back. But you can actually see here, these tiles just fell straight off this wall here. And you can see where the water's been penetrated into the wall. And all this bottom part of the plasterboard there, just completely saturated. And we've had a dehumidifier in here for 2 months. So hopefully we don't have any of that anymore. So that's the end of day one. Off to have a bath. Oh no, I can't have a bath, I'll have to have a shower. So off to have a shower. Catch you on day two. Hope you like the video. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.